Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel for another fabulous speed build. Today I am building yet another suburban family home, except this time I have a wonderful little story to go with my plain, just big family home. It's not even big. I mean, it's a lot of bedrooms, but it's not like massive in size. It's on I believe this is a 40 by 30 lot, and the total house has 4 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, and then there's also an office, so there could definitely be a 5th bedroom. Or I actually think it's 3 bathrooms, if I'm remembering correctly, but I thought it fit the lot really well. We're building in the world of Newcrest, which is just, of course, a base game world where you can go crazy with your wildest builds, and I absolutely love houses like this. I was having such a good time building, and I also had a really good storyline going, so pardon me, but I was imagining that this house was either for a single father or potentially like a blended family if maybe he started like seeing someone else again. But regardless, I don't think whoever he's seeing has any of their own children. Maybe they've just recently moved in, and it's giving very much like Brady Bunch, Disney Channel rom-com. It's giving just beautiful and fun, and this house might look familiar because a few weeks back on my TikTok page, you know what I mean, I posted a little like ASMR build of the outside of this house, which I had a lot of fun doing. I don't know if it came out good, but I've been trying my best to make that like a thing and like getting better at those. So if you have any pointers, please let me know. Here we are building like our own little garage door. I just sized down. I don't even know what that thing is. I actually think it's like a curtain rod for the little door handle. And I just really like the way this overall house came out. The thing that inspired me to build this entire house is actually these windows. I don't know if they look familiar to you, but they are gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous windows. And they're actually from Get Famous. So Get Famous is a really bizarre pack because it's got like a solid gold toilet and some beautiful like suburban craftsman style brick columns that are really beautiful. And then it's got like set design stuff, so it's kind of all over the place. It's probably really easy to like overlook these really beautiful suburban windows, but I paired them with the fence from the backyard stuff, which is arguably my favorite fence in the whole game. It's giving suburban dream, and God knows that's what I'm about. But overall, it came out really cute. I actually left some of the landscaping in this video, if you could freaking believe it. God knows I always cut that out. But don't worry, I still cut out my bathrooms like I always do. I still cut out the floor plan. And I really struggled with this house with the floor plan because I've been working so hard to kind of close off my builds in a way. I don't know if that really makes sense to everyone, because the idea is like open concept is beautiful. Typically that's the style, at least where I live, and all the HGTV I watch, people are like blow the wall out, knock it down, full views, okay? But in The Sims, that just doesn't look as good. And I guess I think it functions a tad bit better if you have a little bit more of a closed-off floor plan. For those of you who've been watching my 100 Baby Challenge and seen me struggle because I currently have 5 infants at the same time, don't ask me how that happened. Maybe I'll get into it. It's still fresh. The wound is fresh. But I think one of the reasons I have such a hard time, other than the fact that the Sims just love to disobey their supreme overlord master, which is me, I think my house is like too open concept, so they're kind of stepping on top of each other constantly, and they're very often being like autonomously urged to go do things that I'm not telling them to do, which I hate. If you wanted autonomy, you should not be in my Sims game, okay? Here's a little top down of the overall view. I think it does end up changing a little bit. I end up removing the ensuite bathroom because it just won't work, and it wasn't working. But I really like the overall floor plan. I like how closed off and lived in it felt. I wanted this to really feel like, you know, whoever lived here, maybe the wife passed away, maybe she cheated, because if it's my save file, she probably did, if I'm being completely honest. That's probably really traumatic for some of you. I'm sorry. It was supposed to be a joke, but my bad. I forgot in real life that's like not as funny. But I wanted it to feel like this house was very much lived in and cluttered and tight. I wanted it to feel tight. Because one thing about Disney Channel shows, and I'm sure there's a million reasons they do this, but I so vividly remember like Shake It Up. At the time Shake It Up had come out, was like my mom was still a single mom, and we lived in enough space, but it wasn't crazy. And I remember thinking, here's a single woman, government employee, she was a police officer, the mom was, I don't know if you remember, living in a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment in downtown Chicago on just her income alone. I'm not saying it's not possible, but it just seems like that's a lot. It just seems like maybe you live in the suburbs, or maybe you live in a smaller apartment. But that thing was like open concept, beautiful big kitchen. It had an eat-in kitchen. It was gorge. Terrace. I'm just saying. I even think it had a laundry room. That I might have made up, but regardless, you know what I'm talking about. I'm debating the realism of that. So I wanted this to feel a tad more realistic, although it is arguably a really big house. The rooms upstairs, all the kids' bedrooms are upstairs, are really big, and then I wanted the primary bedroom to feel very much like an extension. Obviously, from the outside it is a garage, but I wanted it to seem like an extension on the inside. Maybe they ran out of space, but then it's also like, okay, why the fuck do they have an office then? I'm not here for a lot of logic. I was just here for the storyline. And then there are 3 bedrooms upstairs. I can't remember exactly what all of them look like, but I do know that there's one, and I am so obsessed with it. I can't wait to show it to you guys, but just know I was definitely projecting a dream into my Sims build, which I do quite a lot. I paired this base game bed with these end tables. I love these end tables. They're from University, and I will say, for a game that has a gazillion wood swatches, these actually came out and paired together so nicely. I was like, Sims team, who are we? I wanted this room to still feel very, matchy-matchy and pretty, but also very masculine. And I can't speak for everyone, but my dad definitely wears shorts with holes in them from the year that I was born. And he also, I've talked about this a lot, at my family home, back home. It's not an office, it's a playroom. It's a playroom office combo. My apologies. I was going crazy. But in my family home, we have a bonus room. I don't know what it's technically supposed to be, but it's been knocked down and damaged from several different tropical storms over the years. And the last time it was knocked down, it was renovated and fixed. I don't know when this happened, but my dad has manifested himself into Elvis Presley. I wish this was a joke. I've talked about this so candidly. I'm going to be completely honest. I am an exaggerator. I am a storyteller. I can tell a good story. I could not have made this up. So, my dad's manifesting himself into Elvis Presley in the 70s. I think this might be some maybe some inner child healing type shit. I don't really know. There is orange carpet on the floor and green carpet on the ceiling. He has spent countless hours and God knows how much money trying to authenticate the room. So random pieces. He has, my mom or my sister, I can't remember who, got him a bottle of whiskey, of Elvis Presley whiskey, and they photocopied his face onto the bottle. It's, granted, I don't know if it's necessarily unhealthy, because everyone's got their thing. Look at the way I play The Sims, and how that has I don't know if it's healing my inner child, but I know I'm obsessed with it, and I know I'll never let it go. But it's such a bizarre thing to go home to, and so when people come over to my house, I'm like, just want to let you know, we do have a 70s themed room that is 1,000% authentic. But it makes him happy, so no complaints on that. As we head into the second room, this is, the only way I can imagine it is so when I was a teenage girl, I basically still am a teenage girl. I was obsessed with books, and at one point I did have a bookstagram and a book talk, and yes, I'm not even gonna talk about that, but I was okay, maybe this girl just is obsessed with all things books. Maybe she is also a little book talker, because you know how you can be an influencer pretty much for whatever you want since we have Get Famous. I was loving it. This was my, I don't know, this was a dream room, basically. It's light woods, and everything paired so nice with the floors. The floors I used throughout this house are actually from the Vampire Stuff Pack. Who let the Vampire Stuff Pack slay that fucking hard? Because it's got good wallpapers, too. But when I was a teenage girl, this room would have been absolutely everything to me. So I like hinted my little city girl things and alumni statues because that is what I would like. If I could decorate my office like that, I would do that. Granted, my office is technically outside and it doesn't get to temperature, so it's really fucking hot like on any given moment. We're gonna swap into our kids' room. Honestly, I didn't do anything special in here. I think I was kind of just like, let's just like finish her up and make her cute. I did fumble with these lights for a second, and then after that I was like, okay, I'm done. But we're about done. I know we zipped around a lot. I know we didn't even look at the backyard because I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. But do not fret because, per usual, we will be jumping in game for a live tour right now. Okay, team, we've made it to the final product of our build. Let's do a little 360 moment. Can we get a moment for the car, obviously? And then we have our little backyard. The house is very beige. I recognize that, but I tried to spice it up with a lot of greenery. And I really like the way the backyard came out. It's simplistic in nature, and I resisted the urge to add a pool because lately that is all I've been able to do. I'm like, yeah, they're like a struggling family, they, you know, XYZ, blah, 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 but they do have a big-ass pool. I'm not saying that's not possible, but, like, then I put big cars in the driveway. I need to pick a storyline to stick to it sometimes, but... Anyway, let's just go, like, the top-down view really quickly so you can see the final floor plan. We have 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom upstairs. And then we have 1 additional bedroom and 1 additional bathroom downstairs. We could definitely have 2 if there was not, like, an office playroom. But I like the idea of that, okay? I thought it was slaying, okay? But you come in here. I really enjoyed using the growing together door paired with the Get Famous windows because you guys know what a chokehold that the build items come with growing together. I'm sorry, I just basically had a stroke. My bad. But then you come in, and I wanted it to be very like high traffic. We have all the backpacks for the kiddos, some clutter. You know, they're doing their best. And then we have like just like a little mirror. I like adding shoes and stuff to my entryway so they feel very lived in. But then when you turn to the left, you come right into the living room. And can you believe a lot of this furniture is from different packs? So this is from Horse Ranch, growing together, growing together, growing together. And then this end table is actually from Cats and Dogs. And I just thought it paired together so beautifully. And then even this over here, this is high school years. So this is not a limited pack build. I do apologize for that, but I just love the way it came out. My one thing is I use tall wall height so I could use platforms, and the thing about using platforms is you can't see like the beautiful detailing on the wallpaper I picked. For whatever reason, not a big fan of that, but I kind of get it, whatever. Then we have like a little dining area. This is what really made me struggle the most with the floor plan because I wanted it to be functional. I wanted there to be enough room to like get around it. So ultimately I decided to get rid of the ensuite bathroom I was planning, but I just love this table. And chairs. The table is from Growing Together and the chairs are from Get Famous. They are gorgeous. And then we have just like a little hallway area. You could definitely add like a desk or something in here. And then we come into what I would assume is like the primary bedroom, and I love her. She's a lot different for me than normal, and I use a lot of like rich dark woods, and that's not really my forte. That's not what I typically subscribe to, and I think it just came really nicely. I see this right here with the windows, and I understand for some of you that's a deal breaker. Totally get it. I committed to the bit in terms of windows, and I thought it looked good, so I did it. I'm learning to live with it. Then we're going to come over here into the kitchen. I use the counters from Parenthood, and I never really use this blue swatch. That's one of my like primary reasons for choosing it, is I just really wanted to use this specific swatch of them. It's nothing special in here. The floor tiles are from For Rent. You guys know what a chokehold the floor tiles from For Rent have on me. Then we just have like a little downstairs bathroom with a shower. It's nothing crazy. All my bathrooms look the same. Then we have a playroom. I had a friend growing up, and I just thought she was like so rich. I don't know if she actually was. We were friends in like kindergarten, but I remember thinking she was super rich because she had like a dedicated playroom. I love this, and I feel like maybe the dad like put on the extension for his bedroom because he was like, you know what, this is just gonna be easier to put all the kids on one floor, and I can just like put all their crap in this area and kind of just like declutter my life. But I still imagine that like homie still like works from home, like hybrid, like 2 days a week, and he still like works from home in this office because I think that's funny and I like the idea of that. That's literally my only thought process behind it. Let's go on upstairs. We have this little like pocket. And then you have 3 bedrooms. The first is this like pink horse girl bedroom. That's what I'm referring to it as. I call that on stream because this bed from Horse Ranch is everything. Everything. I fucking love that. And then over here we have another children's room. It could also be a teen room. I use this wallpaper to kind of spice things up. Oh, my door is gone. Where's my door? Oh, I must have made it not a Jack and Jill bathroom. Okay. But, yeah. I just really wanted to use this base game wallpaper that's like a sunset because I've never used it that I can remember. So, full send. Then we have another bathroom, and then we have just a manifestation of my dreams come true when I was like a 15-year-old girl. I love it. It's beautiful. It's baby blue. It's cluttered. The beds that come in high school years are top freaking tier. I'm obsessed. I love them. And then let's go outside down here. There's just like a couple planter boxes things and a swing set and just a grill area and a little outdoor seating area. So that is our overall house. She's gorgeous. I am so happy with how this came out. If you want to download it, it's on my gallery per usual. My gallery ID is just Tiana305. It's in the description box down below always. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. We're almost to 800 subs. Kind of crazy, kind of a huge deal. Not going to cry about it on the internet, but I am going to cry about it directly after. And if you haven't already, make sure you go drink some water. I will see you guys next time. Bye, everyone.